Thousands of women took to the streets of Washington, D.C. and across the United States on Saturday as part of a women's march against President Donald Trump's recent nominee to the Supreme Court, Coney Barrett. These rallies were inspired by the first Women's March in Washington, a huge anti-Trump rally that was held a day after his 2017 inauguration. Demonstrators gathered at the Freedom Plaza for speeches and then made their way towards the U.S. Supreme Court to honor Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg ahead of the election. Nearly 100,000 protesters took part in some 430 marches across the country. Demonstrators marched in the streets of Chicago against Trump's new Supreme Court nominee. Meanwhile, hundreds staged rallies in Brooklyn to honor Ruth Bader Ginsburg's legacy and protest against her replacement. Over 300 protesters gathered at Manhattan's Washington Square, many with pink hats and banners supporting Trump's Democratic opponent Joe Biden. It was one of the 5 separate marches being held in the city. The march comes as the U.S. Senate prepares to vote on the confirmation of Amy Barrett to replace late liberal Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Barrett, a conservative federal appellate judge, is Donald Trump's third selection for a lifetime Supreme Court post. Trump had asked the Senate, majorly controlled by his fellow Republicans, to confirm Barrett's position before the U.S. presidential election. Barrett's confirmation would give the Supreme Court a 6-3 conservative majority. Meanwhile, Barrett's strong Catholic beliefs have raised concerns that a Supreme Court nominated by conservatives could overturn abortion rights in the country if she gets elected.
Full human beings. We are civilians and we deserve to be able to choose what we want to do with our bodies, our lives, and not have someone dictate it, especially not the government.